All right, so I know that a lot of you have questions about this whole pass, no credit, pass-fail option kind of thing. So I thought I'd just run through kind of the main parts of it just so you understand how the whole mechanism works. So the first thing to look at is what your dates are. And there are two dates to be concerned with. The first is May 17th at 11:59 p.m. So that's on a Sunday. It's the week after grades post. That's the deadline to decide if you want to have if you want to opt in to have any of your classes count as a pass option or a no credit option. Okay, so up until that point, you can alternate between pass, regular grade, whatever you want. But then by that point, whatever you've chosen by 11:59 p.m. on May 17th, that's what's going to stick. The second date you should really be aware of is May 12th, again at 11:59 p.m. That's a date to decide if you want to withdraw or drop any of your classes you have this semester. The drop date is different than the pass no credit date. If you're retaking a class right now, if you're doing grade forgiveness, if you got a D in a class before and you're retaking it now in order to get a better grade, but maybe that's not going so well, if you're not actually doing much better in that retake, understand that you can't replace that previous grade, that D for example, with a pass. Doesn't work that way. So if you don't want to have credit for whatever you're getting this semester in that retake, in that grade forgiveness, what you probably want to do is you probably want to withdraw or drop that class, because you can't take a no credit option for it either. There is no dean's list, there is no chancellor's list this semester, so in a sense your term grade doesn't matter for giving you status on those lists. If you are on probation this semester will not count as a semester towards that probation, so again you can't move from probation to suspension from this semester, and you can't go on to probation from whatever you get this semester either. In relation to your official transcript then, the grade that you get, if you choose a pass grade, all it's ever going to show is P on there. It won't show P plus or P minus or whatever, it'll just show P. Your internal grade that you have, so if you look at your unofficial transcript in AppleNet, it will show P and then whatever your letter grade is that you would have gotten, so PD or PB or whatever. But your official transcript, you can see those sirens, but hopefully they're not coming for me and Jackson here. The official grade that you get will just be a P. The internal grade will show the letter grade along with the P. So that's important if you need a specific grade to get into an academic program. But if the grade isn't exactly what you want GPA-wise, you could potentially take that pass option because the letter grade will show as a prereq for another course, for example, right? So you got to be kind of careful about how you decide what to use with those things. We still kind of don't know how grad schools are going to interpret that pass option versus the letter grade option. I think you kind of have to assume that the grad schools will probably prefer to see a letter grade as a prereq to get into some kind of program as opposed to the P grade on it. So that's kind of individual discussion you may want to have with your advisor or someone that, or even the grad school you may be looking to apply to, is how will that P grade be viewed by them? Because it's really going to differ from grad school to grad school and how you do it. Note that you can in the future retake a class you took this current semester. Even if you took a pass grade this current term or a letter grade this term, you can do a grade forgiveness in, say, the fall and replace that previous grade. That grade forgiveness will not count against that 4 total grade forgiveness that you get while you're at Appalachian. Likewise, if you were to drop a class you have this current semester, like we said, if you're retaking a class and didn't want to actually retake it and you wanted to withdraw from it, that won't count against the 4 career drops that you have. The last piece of advice I'll give you here is that if you've only been at Appalachian for a short period of time, you've only earned 16 or 30 hours at Appalachian coming in this semester, understand that choosing the pass or whatever option is going to make a big difference in your overall cumulative GPA. But if you're going to be at Appalachian for 4 years and earn 120 some credits, this one semester and that one grade you have is going to be kind of a blip on the radar for you. So be thinking beyond this current term in terms of what it'll mean for your overall GPA, because it might not be as big of a hit on your GPA as you might think. When you choose what you are going to do on this May 17th date, what you choose is final. Can't go back later on and say, man, I should have taken that letter grade instead of that pass option, or I'd like to retroactively go back and make that be a P instead of a C plus or whatever. It's like, no, you got to pick it and you got to choose it, and on that date it's set kind of forever effectively for your records. Hopefully Jackson was able to give you some good advice, and good luck this summer, and be safe. All right.